Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Lone Peak Knights at Pleasant Grove Vikings varsity volleyball game.
We had a lot of technical difficulties coming into the second set. Well, the first set we just lost. I don't know what was going on.
There was user error, wrong destination, but we have fixed that and we have confirmed that we are now live on YouTube.
Which explains why nobody was watching.
Indeed, because who wouldn't want to listen to us? We're amazing.
Exactly.
He found it. He found it. Alrighty, Vikings back on the court, ready to go. Raring to go, I might say. Tensions are high.
Looks like we'll have Lone Peak starting with the serve.
Oh, bit of a rough time recovering there for the Vikings. Oh, and the serve is out of bounds.
Point Vikings, putting us at 11 to Lone Peak's 14.
Ethan, do you have any good predictions for this game? It's wide open at the moment.
I think with the Vikings taking the first set, we can definitely take this game out.
Are you thinking a 3-set sweep?
I'm honestly, yeah.
With how that return just went, you might be right, my good sir.
After we keep dominating all these points and putting on these drives, I think we can do a 3-set sweep.
The serve is into the net.
One big point, putting them at 15.
Alrighty, Heather Hampson going out for the Vikings. The Knights ready to serve. The Vikings.
And out of bounds.
A little overzealous on that set, a little bump. A hit by number 10. Did you hear that first name?
I did not.
All I heard was Burgess, but we are listening, indeed. Number 3, Jana Horsley going out. Miller with the serve. Lauren Jardine with the kill, front and center. Players funneling some of the student energy there, if you can hear. We had a bit of a conflict. Sets up. Right back into the face of Mia Peterson, bouncing off the net. Oh, it's a sneaky set across the net. It's a bump. A set from number 15, and it is out. Lone Peak setting up for their 4th serve in a row, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, a dink over the net. Vicious whack from the Knights. Set up by Miller. A hit by Bishop. And a point to the Vikings. Tanaka with the serve, number 18. Far to the backside. And it's bumped out of bounds. It's to the Vikings. Once again, we want to give a huge shout out to our broadcasting crew for President Sports Network. We have myself and Ethan Morley commentating.
Hola.
We have Braden Hatch on our main camera covering the court, and we have Senior Oliver Hatfield getting us some highlight footage with the Black Magic. I do not see Ollie.
Somewhere on the court.
Hopefully. We seem to have...
Yeah, he's somewhere down on the court.
Seem to have a bit of a dispute with the referees and the coaches here. Tanaka setting up for her second serve. Maybe not. It is declared to be a replay by the referee. Knuckleball, great knuckleball serve there from Tanaka. Set up by Chloe Brinton, set by Miller, and hit out of bounds for a point to the Vikings.
Well, shout out to Mr. Gould, who was my 9th grade PE teacher. He taught me how to knuckleball serve a volleyball.
He
I
did.
got very good at it, yeah.
Impressive. Knuckleball is a killer to hit. You never know where it's going.
I once went on a I think an 8-point run with just knuckleball serves. I was a monster in 9th grade.
He still is a monster, ladies and gentlemen, but sadly a monster with a concussion.
Which is honestly why I might have to leave in a second. My head hurts really bad, and this noise is hitting me a lot. I'll finish out the set and then we'll.
Alrighty. Thank you, sir. A crazy hit back from the Vikings. The set's up. It's been hit and it's out of bounds by the Knights.
Putting us at 15, Knights at 21.
I'd like to
Sorry.
I'd like to publicly apologize if I'm behind on the score, ladies and gentlemen. I multitasking, and I'm trying my best. Out of bounds by the Knights. Oh, a serve low to the back row. And the hit is to the Vikings, and it's tipped out of bounds. That brings it to 16-22 for the Knights. And the ball is hit out of bounds on the serve. 17-22 for the Vikings. Nading going out. Chloe Bishop coming in for the serve. It's low back row. The set is up. Hit has been hit. It's dug out by a Viking defender. Oh, and there's another hit. It's a dink. The set's high. Brighton Bishop with a killer hit. What a good rally right there. Really shows the versatility of our defense and our offensive capabilities here.
And I am currently very out of it with my concussion.
I think I speak for myself and our crazy crowd watching that we understand, good sir. Point Lone Peak, a little bit of dispute there by Pleasant Grove team. But the ref calls Lone Peak point.
Lone Peak back for the serve. Let's see if the Vikings can keep the pressure up and try and win this set. Serve up. Mia Peterson pumps it up.
Chloe Britton with the set. Chloe Bishop with the hit. Returned viciously by Lauren Jardine. Oh, and a second set to Lauren. Oh, it's wildly hit out of bounds by the Vikings.
I believe this is set point.
Indeed it is. The serve is up. And it's short by the Knights. It's returned to Viking side, and it's hit out of bounds with the set to the Knights.
With that set over by Lone Peak, I'm going to have to head out. My head hurts real bad. My headache is booming. I'm going to go home, take a Tylenol, and go to sleep.
All righty.
I bid you adieu. Adios.
You got here before? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pleasant Grove Vikings versus Lone Peak Knights volleyball game. Here we are at the third set. It is 1-1 here. It's been a tight game. It's been back and forth all game. I have my new co-commentator here, Russell Hughes.
How's it going, Landon?
Pretty good, Russ. I mean, producing and commentating, it's pretty fun. Oh, Heather Hampson with a great hit. Lone Peak rushing, but not able to get there fast enough. First point goes to the Vikings. Here we are, Brighton Bishop with the serve, low to the back row, a short set, oh, barely not over the net. Puts the Vikings 2-0.
2-0, that's not too bad, right?
That's not bad, although that can be gone in a heartbeat.
That's very true in this sport.
Brighton Bishop up again, nice low serve, back row to the center. Lauren Jardine with a crazy hit. Oh.
Lone Peak with another point. Puts our score at 2-1, Lone PG.
Lone Peak setting up for their first serve of this set. Miller, oh, dink set away from the net. Oh, back to the Knights. Oh, a sneaky set from the Knights, back to Viking territory. Miller with the hit, returning. Jardine with the hit. Oh, dug out by Chloe Brinton. Desperate hit to get it off of their side. A bump, a set, and a spike, and a point to Lone Peak. Well, one thing I have learned here that Russell Hughes is a little clueless about volleyball.
You know what, Landon? I've never played or even really watched the sport of volleyball. All that I know is it looks to be a very competitive game between the Lone Peak and PG right now, as it is 2-2, and with a great hit and point by PG.
Yes. Heather Hampson with a great hit here, one of the star players to look out for tonight. Heather Hampson and Chloe Brinton going out off on the side with substitutions. Here we have Brighton Bishop heading up the back right there. A great serve from number 25, Maitland Scott. Barely inbounds by the Lone Peak team.
And another point for PG, making this game 4-2.
PG's just picking up the slack. Maitland Scott with the serve. Lauren Jardine with the set, and a set to herself. And a point by Lauren Jardine. Lone Peak setting up for their fourth serve of this set. It's over the net, back mid-court. Short set. A little bit of a slow hit. Lauren Jardine winding up. A little bit of one of her slower hits. Hit by number 16, Mia Peterson. Down in Lone Peak territory, making it 5-3 to the Vikings. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have ourselves a great game here. Miller up to serve. The ball's over the net. There's a setup to number 14. Dug out by Chloe Bishop. Or Brighton Bishop, my mistake. A good hit dug out by the libero on Lone Peak's side. And a block by the Vikings!
Making this score none other, 6-3.
Ladies and gentlemen, this game is going to be a nail-biter, I'm telling you now. Miller setting up for her second serve. It's up. It's over the net, back row to the Knights. The set's high. It's a hit by Jardine. And a kill. Serve over to the Viking side, a low set, and a fast hit out of bounds by number 15, Miller. Or Mia Peterson, my mistake, number 16.
The ball was inbounds, Landon.
It was in bounds. Hey, that's great news. That is some good news indeed, Russell Hughes.
The score is now 7-4. PG ball. Let's see the set.
Mia Peterson with a great serve. Oh, Lone Peak scrambling to get that ball. A great setup here to number 14, Brighton Bishop. Lone Peak point. Sadly, that was out of bounds. Sub Avery Fowler in for Miss Mia Peterson. Number 2, the libero on Lone Peak's side, setting up serve. And it's over the net. Oh, it's deep into Viking territory. Brighton Bishop with the hit, back corner. It's a point to the Vikings. Here we have Chloe Britton for the serve. The Vikings libero. It's over the net. Lauren Jardine with the bump, number 5 with the set. And a great hit, stopped by Avery Fowler. Set from Miller. A great hit by Brighton Bishop, but stopped by the Knights, and it's tipped over the net. Chloe Britton with an easy hit over the net to the Knights. Oh, and a kill by number 3 from Lone Peak. Rachel West. Serves up, and it's over the net. Avery Fowler with the bump. Oh, and a kill by Heather Hampson. That woman is an animal, Russell.
You know, Landon, if there's one thing that I admire about this PG team right now is no matter how far they're ahead in this game, they just never take their foot off the throat. They just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. They don't back down.
That's what makes them legends. Here we have number 11, Chloe Bishop with a serve. Down low, back. Oh, it's a low serve blocked by a Viking. Picked up, set by Miller. And sadly, a point to Lone Peak. Ball into the net. Oh, that's a point Viking. Touch to the net by Lone Peak.
Looked like it was blocked out of bounds.
We have a little bit of arguing from the coach with the official there. Oh, we have to call in the flag ref. Let's hope they don't call back that point.
Point PG.
And the point stands. Number 11, Chloe Bishop with that serve. It's high in the air. The set's high. And it's a dink over the net. Brighton Bishop getting that. And it's a hit down by Heather Hampson. I don't know if I'd call that a kill, but definitely a killer play. Number 11, Chloe Bishop up to serve. It's over to the net, deep into Lone Peak territory. The set is up. It's a high set. It's a great wind-up and a block by the Vikings. Timeout called by Lone Peak after Pleasant Grove is doubling the score. And hey, we finally see Ollie. There he is. He's appeared. I don't know why he's not getting more highlights, but
It's because of that broken collarbone.
Blames everything on the collarbone.
Seriously, though.
Silly Ollie.
Can never blame anything on that collarbone. It's all on him.
Once again, we want to give a huge shout out to our crew tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Myself, Landon Van Overbeek with your Pleasant Grove Sports Network. Ethan Morley with the first 2 sets of commentating, and my good friend Russell Hughes here with the next set. We have Braden Hatch on main camera and our good sir, Oliver Hatfield, working the Black Magic camera. Pleasant Grove out there, just like you said, Russell, raring to go, not letting up a single bit.
And we got Chloe Bishop again with the serve, number 11. We'll see how she does.
The serve is up, and it's over the net. Lauren Jardine with the bump.
Number 5 with the set.
It's a high set and a great hit.
Good job
to
by
set over
Avery.
to Brighton Bishop. Oh! Wildly hit out of bounds. A great attempt by Lauren Jardine.
Point PG. Chloe Bishop with a serve.
This is her 5th consecutive serve in a row, if I do remember correctly. 4th or 5th. It's up, and it's over the net. Deep into the corner. Wildly trying to get it back.
Could not get there in time. You know what, Landon? If there's one thing that these PG Vikings need to be careful about is when you get going good and strong like this, there's always a chance that you might choke. So we need to see if they'll choke. I hope they don't, but there's always that possibility.
Our record this year speaks for itself so far, Russell. We do have a 9-0 record. Look at that block.
I totally agree with that. But this Lone Peak team, they are not a bad team. As you can see, Lone Peak is...
They're out for blood.
They're out for blood,
Fun
just
fact,
like you said.
Lone Peak is 8-1. Their only loss was to us last time that we played at their home court. Other than that, they are 8-1.
They are definitely out for blood then because we beat them at home, which means that they've just
Set
got
high on
all
the
that
net.
more to kill us.
Yes, indeed. Oh, sadly we couldn't execute on that one. Point to the Knights. But you are right, Russell. There is always the chance to choke, and you very much have to be careful. Lone Peak setting up for another serve. It's up, and it's into the net.
See, that's what I mean by choke. She has a perfectly good chance to put it over the net and then just right into the net. Now, I don't play volleyball personally, so I don't know how hard that is to do, but by the looks of it, they're getting scared.
Brighton Bishop with the hit over the net, deep into Knights territory. The set's high. Lauren Jardine taking a whack at it. Miller setting to, oh, that's not Miller, that's Mia Peterson set to Miller. Lauren Jardine taking another hit at the Vikings. Great hits by this girl. The Vikings have stopped the Knights almost every single attempt on this rally. And it ends up with the Knights getting a point. Lone Peak with the ball back here. Serve is up. It's over the net. Easy serve to the back corner. Oh! Miller trying for a sneaky set there right across, but hits the net. And that is a brick right into the net by Lone Peak, and the ball's back to the Vikings.
Is that the second time Lone Peak's done that in a row?
Is not.
No?
No, there was one good serve in between the two.
Okay. Just had to make sure.
Here we have number 25, Malin Scott with the serve. It's a good serve. Lauren Jardine taking her 3rd whack in a row at the Vikings. That one goes out of bounds. Leaves the Vikings 18, Lone Peak 9. One thing you can tell about the Lone Peak Knights is that they definitely aren't getting down on themselves too much.
It's actually 17-10. That was a tip out of bounds.
It was a tip by the Vikings. One thing is you don't see Lone Peak getting into their head too much. That obviously speaks for themselves with their record. Even if they're down, they're trying as hard as they can. Hit out sadly by Mia Peterson. Oh, that was blocked by Lone Peak. So point to the Vikings. Here we have Miller taking her serve. It's up. It's over the net. Barely. Oh.
She just could not get there in time. That's another point to PG. It's now 19-10.
Here we have Miller for her 3rd serve in a row. Great serve, lots of speed right to the back row. The Knights barely able to get it back over the net. Mia Peterson with a great hit. That leaves the Vikings still doubling Lone Peak. 20-10. My good man Fran walking by, one of my favorite guys ever. Alrighty, Miller for her 4th serve in a row. Lauren Jardine with the bump right there. The set's high. The hit is far. Not too fast. A great hit by number 10. Rachel Burgess, I believe. Was that Rachel? Was that name? I can't hear terribly well, but I'm guessing. 5th serve in a row here for Miller. Oh, barely into the net. Brings it to 21-11.
Lauren Jardine with the serve.
Here she goes. This woman has a killer serve here. Oh, starting out nice and slow here, just getting warmed up. Hit by Mia Peterson right in front of the Lone Peak back row. It was a great hit there, great placement. It wasn't as fast as she'd probably like it. Mia Peterson with another serve. The set's high and wide. Blocked by the Vikings, recovered. The set's up to Brighton Bishop, and it's a kill! Right at the feet of Lauren Jardine.
I think this is Mia's 4th serve in a row.
And third?
Fourth.
Fourth in a row.
Consecutive.
Oh, Lone Peak just couldn't get it to the setter. Here we have it. Set point to the Vikings. Mia Peterson with the serve. It's bumped into the air. Great control right to the setter. It's high and outside. Mia Peterson saving the Vikings. Right, and Bishop with the pull. No. The Knights save it. Great job by the Knights. Brighton Bishop sadly out of bounds.
You know, that was a great adjustment by Lone Peak. If you noticed at the start, they all backed up because they knew that Mia wasn't going to serve it short. She was going to go towards the back. So that was a great adjustment by Lone Peak.
And with volleyball,
Mia getting subbed out for Avery.
Here we have the serve. Set point for the Vikings. Set by number 15, Miller. Miller. It's outside to number 24, Needing. Lauren Jardine with the save. It's high and outside from the Knights. Saved by Avery Fowler. Brighton Bishop. Oh, and it's not down for the Knights yet. Easy hit to the Vikings. Set up. Oh, sadly into the net by Needing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a great game here.
Lone Peak with the serve. Right over to...
Straight down by number 10, Rachel Burgess, taking the set for the Vikings. That makes it 25-13.
Total sets is 2-1. You know what? Right now we have some great momentum going into the 3rd set, winning by 12. In that last set, we'll see how the Vikings handle it.
Yes, indeed. They do have some great momentum right now that they need to keep. If they want to win this game, it's going to be tough against Lone Peak. Oh, we have some sort of commotion here down by the student section. We have already switched sides here. Vikings in the huddle. They look excited, ladies and gentlemen. You can see Avery Fowler right there smiling. See Mia Peterson. High fives all around. Heather Hampson. What a tenacious high five. Oh, coach missed someone. All right, he got everyone. Lone Peak there. Coach is telling him he's laying out the plan.
You know what, Landon? I wonder how Lauren Jardine handles the stress of playing her old teammates, since she did play here last year and actually started varsity.
She did.
I'm just wondering how this girl, Lauren, is actually taking the stress of starting against all of the girls that she played with last year.
I actually have talked to her about this. On the previous game, she was raring to go. She She very much wants to show them she can do well. And she has showed everybody tonight that she is an outstanding player. She can hit anything that's set to her. She can nail it right where she wants to with all the power she wants. Oh, here we have some shenanigans by Matt Smith here. Shout out to Smitty. What a great man. Here we are at the 4th set, ladies and gentlemen. 2 sets to the Vikings, 1 to Lone Peak. We have a minute left until we get underway here. This has been a great game. It's been back and forth the entire time. Right now, my gut is telling me PG's going to win, and I want them to win, but will Lone Peak pull out in this this quarter right here? This set, will they show up more? They've done very well at showing up in these last 3 sets. Vikings have just gotten the better of them. My co-commentator Russell here making some wardrobe changes, although just a wig change, handed to him by Matthew Smith. Alrighty, and he's back. How does it feel with a new head of hair?
You know what, Landon? I thought I was going bald for a second there. I just had to get my gray hair going back again. That blonde is like too blonde for me, if you know what I mean.
Ah, yes, I do. Alrighty, here we have it. The 4th set is starting. I do believe that the Knights will start out with the serve, unless I'm mistaken. Student section here starting to stand up.
No, I think PG's starting with the serve, Landon.
Vikings, you are correct, Russell. We have Brighton Bishop starting the serve for the Vikings. Brighton Bishop has shown us tonight that she is an outstanding all-around player. She's hit plenty of kills off the net, on the net, and her serves are superb. Number 3, Horsley, with a great dig there on a hard hit from Lauren Jardine. The set's up. Oh, and it's frantic. Sadly, Chloe Britton could not get there in time. That brings it 1-0 to Lone Peak. Serves up. It's a nice and slow serve. Short. And it's out of bounds by the Vikings. Russell, I'm a little concerned here. We're starting out pretty slow.
Like I said, that momentum, it's a great momentum carrier into the next set, but if you took your foot off the gas, you're just going to lose it.
Exactly. Heather Hampson! I think they just gained it back, Russ. That was a great kill.
I don't think we can speak too soon yet. That was good, but we need to see if they can get another point to tie us up 2-2.
You are right, my good friend. Number 25, Maitland Scott with the serve. And I'm very much hoping I have her name correct because that's what I've heard. Ruled out by the officials. Point Lone Peak.
Chloe Britton back in the game. We'll see how this goes.
Serve from Lone Peak. Going slow, nice and short. The set's up by Miller. And it's out of bounds by Miller. Very interesting. That looked real close. That's why we have officials.
If it was up to us up here, that would have been a point.
That would
PG.
have. The setup from Peterson. Peterson with the hit. Lauren Jardine winding up for a great hit.
I'm pretty sure by the look on Lauren's face is she's ready to go. She wants this set to be hers right now.
Yes, she does. One thing I know about Lauren is she is the most competitive girl I know.
Very true, very true. We used to get in rock, paper, scissors fights all the time. Did you know that?
Rock, paper, scissors slap on the way to Lagoon.
Oh my gosh, that was like the best day.
That was, granted, I caught both of you red-handed, not in a good way.
That's a good point.
Sadly, the hit is out from Peterson.
That's making Lone Peak 6, PG 1.
Russell, I think I spoke too soon. We're losing a bit of our momentum here.
I told you.
We need to gain it back if we want to win.
Never want to speak too soon. Anything can shift in a game of volleyball.
Just last night, I bet against. Like
I said, anything can shift. PG's point.
Rachel Burgess, number 10, with a great hit there, down in Lone Peak territory.
Been a long day, Lennon?
It's not been too long of a day. Oh, ace by
number
Abby
14.
Miller.
By Miller.
Abby Miller. Russell has beat me the past 2 points to the scoreboard, and I won't let him do it again.
Ah, bet.
Here we go, another serve by Abby Miller. Oh.
Point Lone Peak.
Ha! I beat him, ladies and gentlemen. I beat him good.
Just the petty games we play here.
Yes, it is. Especially when you're commentating. There is a lot of talking to do, but not much hand motioning.
That's a very good point, Ryman.
We aren't the competition we're watching. Oh, Lauren Jardine with a knuckle ball. Beautiful serve, right back middle. Sadly, a hit out of bounds. Point Lone Peak.
You know, this is looking real familiar. This is how it was for Lone Peak last set. They were down.
Indeed it was.
For the whole set. So we shall see how PG actually handles this.
Lauren Jardine barely making it over the net there. Timeout from Pleasant Grove. Looking to ice Lauren. She's doing well here. We have 1 minute for the timeout. Russ, how do you think this is going to turn out right here? If you could put bets on this set right now, who do you call winning?
By the looks of it right now, Lone Peak is doing very well, but I think PG has the potential and the ability to come back in the game.
You're right. PG has shown the ability. Let's just hope they come through and execute here. One thing that we saw with the last football game against
Lone Peak.
Lone Peak, indeed. We had some great defensive work. We were doing amazing on defense. Just our offense was struggling to execute there for a little while.
Good point, good point.
That's one thing that not is wrong with PG, but is common through all sports. You need to make sure you execute. That's one thing Lauren Jardine is doing right now for the Knights. Here she goes for her fourth serve in a row. Abby Miller setting it up. That is my mistake. Mia Peterson with the set to Abby Miller and the kill by Mia Peterson, which brings it 4-9 to the Knights.
Mia with the serve. Up and over to the back row. 5 with the set.
Oh, double hit by the Vikings. That's very difficult to hit. Here we have a new server here, number 2 from Lone Peak. It's over the net. It's short, right back to the center. It's a dink, and it's out of bounds by number 10, Burgess. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have one of the Connors twins here, but I never know how to guess.
It's Rex.
It's Rex. It's Sexy Rexy here. Chloe Brinton with the dig on that serve right there. Brighton Bishop with a great hit, but Lone Peak with the block. Point to Lone Peak.
Number 2 with the serve.
It's over. It's short on the far side. Lone Peak struggling. Everybody's struggling a bit here. They're scrambling to get set up.
And that goes for both teams.
Easy hit from Brighton Bishop right here. And out by the Knights for the first point for the Vikings in quite a while.
How tall is number 13? Outside.
6'1".
Hampson.
She seems way taller.
Rex Connors here, baffled at Heather Hampson only being 6'1".
You know, I'm only 6'2.5", so being next to her makes me actually feel really short, because most girls are only 5'7", 5'8".
That's ruled out. A point to the Vikings.
Making the score 7-12, Lone Peak.
Here we have Chloe Britton with the serve. Her first serve of the set here. It's over the net. It's short in Knights territory. It's short. Vikings setting up for a great hit here. A wind up by Brighton Bishop. A block and a recovery by the Knights. Lone Peak, a bit of a sloppy hit there. Overestimated, a sneaky set over. Lone Peak with another wind up. And out of bounds. Point to Pleasant Grove. Here we see Pleasant Grove trying to make up some of their lost ground here. They have done plenty in the last set. They didn't destroy, but they took the lead quite well.
Very good point, Landon. Now, if PG wants to keep this game in a bag, they have to go. They must keep going. And
blocked out of bounds.
For Lone Peak, making it 13-8.
He beat me this time, ladies and gentlemen. Gosh darn it. That darndest Russell Hughes.
You know, I got to have my fun somehow.
You're right. Chloe Britton with the dig right there. Abby Miller with the set. Chloe Bishop trying to hit, and a miscommunication and a dropped ball. Here we see Brigham Ray in the student section trying to wrestle Cam Wimmer to the ground. Cam has...
I think Cam's
Brigham
winning.
Apparently
She's got Brigham by the hair.
Oh, she's playing dirty, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody might have stolen her phone. Lone Peak with the serve.
Oh, no, but it was a jacket.
It was a jacket. How dare Brigham. Heather Hampson! What a woman! What a player! Great at this game. Heather Hampson has demonstrated herself to be quite the all-around player. She's able to hit, bump, and I've seen actually 1 or 2 sets from her tonight that have been outstanding.
That's a good point. She is an all-around player that has done very well tonight.
It's hit over by Chloe Bishop and an ace for the Vikings. Vikings making up quite a bit of lost ground here from 4-12 to 10-14.
Good point.
Let's hope they keep this up. Chloe Bishop with the serve over the net. Short to Lauren Jardine. The set's high and outside. Tipped on the block. Abby Miller with the set. Heather Hampson in the hit. The block back to Vikings territory by the Knights. Brighton Bishop with the smart play. Easy set over to the Knights. Short set and a block by the Vikings. A dink over. Dug out by Abby Miller. Brighton Bishop rushing to get there. Hits it out. Point to Lone Peak.
Lone Peak with the serve, number 13. See how she does. It's over.
Chloe Bishop with the bump. Abby Miller with the set. Heather Hampson. Oh!
It's in.
That is ruled in by the sideline. Heather Hampson with the sloppiest, quite possibly the luckiest hit I have ever seen.
I almost beat him, ladies and gentlemen. I was
he did
so
the double
close.
take, and at the double of the take, I took him.
You know, I just can't hesitate.
You can't. You just got to go for it.
Just got to play my best game.
Brighton Bishop with a great serve. It's high and outside to Lauren Jardine. Blocked by Heather Hampson. Point to the Vikings.
I'll say this has been the closest set so far.
Yes, and the first set was very close. Up until 20, the Vikings and the Knights were back and forth, back and forth.
Good point, but as soon as we hit the 20s,
Lauren Jardine.
it was out of there.
Yes, indeed. Lauren Jardine with a great kill right there. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, he got me again.
Point, Russ.
Point Russ and Lone Peak. Does this say Russ supports Lone Peak?
No,
yes.
sir.
Oh, shame on Russ.
Russ supports PG all the way. He's homegrown in this beautiful city of Pleasant Grove. Lauren Jardine.
With another great hit. Pleasant Grove scrambling. Unable to save it. This, I believe, has been Lauren Jardine's best set so far. I can't believe I just let him get me for the 3rd time in a row, ladies and gentlemen.
3 points, Russ.
Shame on Russ for supporting the Knights.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The serve's over. Chloe Britton digging out. Abby Miller with the setup. Mia Peterson with the hit out of bounds. Puts it at 18-12 for the Knights.
PG's taking a timeout. We'll see how.
That is a well-needed timeout right there.
You're right. They need to get their stuff together right now.
They had it. They're just letting it slip. It's all the small things. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It is the 4th set of the last regular season volleyball game here. Lone Peak at Pleasant Grove. It's 18-12, led by Lone Peak in points, but led by Pleasant Grove in sets, 2-1. My name is Landon Van Overbeek. I'm with your Pleasant Grove Sports Network, and commentating with me is
Russell Hughes
with your Pleasant Grove football team, playing left tackle number 68.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead and check him out. He's gotten some good plays on these last games. We'd also like to thank the rest of our casting crew, Braden Hatch especially, for toughing it out on Black Bertha, the main camera here. Ollie Hatfield slacking off a little bit, like 50-50 here, on working the Black Magic camera.
Where is Ollie? I lost him somewhere.
Ollie's right down there on the front row. He's not getting any volleyball highlights, I don't think. He's probably getting crowd highlights.
Does not surprise me.
Although he's getting highlights nonetheless.
Good point.
Lone Peak with the serve right here. It's a slow serve. Front and center to the Vikings. Abby Miller with the set. Mia Peterson with an outside hit.
Point P. Yes, point PG.
Oh, it is ruled inbounds. I was mistaken, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, hey, that's the happiest point I've ever taken away. I mean, hey, it's a point away from Russ.
Hey, I'm not supporting Lone Peak here.
Okay. Number 25. Number 16, Mia Peterson with a great block.
14-18. We'll see how they handle this.
Oh, I've heard that Rachel Burgess and Mia Peterson were in on that block.
Lauren Jardine.
Oh, barely getting through that blockade right there, hitting it just over their hands. A set high outside to Lauren Jardine again.
Out of bounds. Point PG.
Point against Russ because I put it on.
You know what, Landon? I think I'm the one that should be with PG here because I was born and raised in this beautiful city and you were not. California homegrown boy.
Well, mostly homegrown boy. Oh, a sneaky set by the Lone Peak Knights. Brings it 15-19 for Lone Peak. Lone Peak with the serve here. It's up and over the net. Mia Peterson with the dig. Rachel Burgess with the tip over the net, almost getting Lone Peak. Lauren getting a good outside hit. A sneaky set from Abby Miller. Abby Miller with another set up. Out to Mia Peterson along the net.
It's a point for Lone Peak.
Blocked. Right now we are seeing a lot of back and forth, ladies and gentlemen.
Lone Peak with the serve over the net. Mia Peterson with the bump.
Oh, Lauren Jardine not letting it over. Oh, and Russ supporting the Knights again.
I'm just trying to beat you to the points here.
It's up and over the net. Brighton Bishop with the dig. Abby Miller with a surprisingly good set. Right center to Mia Peterson. Blocked. A hit from Lauren Jardine has been blocked, ladies and gentlemen. Chloe Bishop with the dig. Mia Peterson with the hit. Lone Peak scrambling. Point to the Vikings. Russ, there are quite a few players here tonight that have done outstanding, and I'd like to recognize a few of them. Number 13 from Lone Peak. I do not know her name, but she's done very well. I've seen multiple different spikes. Look at those shoes. They look like Patrick the Star.
I'm not going to lie. Those
pants.
are some pretty nice shoes. I would love those shoes.
If you can't tell, ladies and gentlemen, which you can't, her shoes are neon pink on the laces and neon yellow on the rubber sole.
Actually, I think it's green.
Colorblind is neon yellow and green look the same, so we'll say something. Oh, point to the Knights. Lauren Jardine, number 17 from the Knights, also has done very well tonight. I've talked to her quite a bit about this game, and she is ready. She is raring. She has been raring to go, and she has showed that tonight.
New player for Lone Peak, number 25.
She has had almost 8 kills tonight in 2 sets, if I am not mistaken. Here we have a bump from number 5. Oh, a crazy hit, but out of bounds from number 27.
The other cool thing about Lauren is this is the first time she has actually taken a break in the whole 4 sets that we've had. She's played nonstop.
Actually, I think you're wrong there. She has taken a few breaks.
Really?
She has. Thing is, with volleyball, they like to play you in your strong areas and your strong side. So they'll set rotations where you go once the ball is hit.
True.
But once you are out of position, they like to take you out and replace you with someone that's opposite to you.
Good point, good point.
This is a crazy rally, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, sadly, point to Lone Peak. Mia Peterson tonight has done very well. Number 16. She has had multiple spikes. Most of them have been kills. She's had some great time on the back row, catching some saves, digging out some kills. Abby Miller as well. What a setter, ladies and gentlemen. She is able to set anything from anywhere to any spot. And mark my words. Heather Hampson as well. We've mentioned her multiple times. Same with Lauren Jardine and with Chloe Bishop. Heather Hampson just doing so well on the front row. 3 different blocks in this game. 8 different kills. The officials can't tell right there. They're asking for the ruling of the sideline.
By the way, this is the point for the set for Lone Peak.
That is ruled a point to PG. Lone Peak coach being super honest right there, saying that they tipped it. Good on him. Chloe Brinton here. Liberos, often the overlooked players in volleyball, ladies and gentlemen. Liberos are essential, and Chloe Brinton has been that cornerstone for this team. A great set point hit by number 3. And that puts it to 2-2, ladies and gentlemen. This is a nail biter. Here we already started an hour and a half late, and here we are, 9 o'clock, starting the 5th set.
You know what? I was supposed to go to bed about 9:10, so this is going to be a pretty good experience for me, I guess.
The 5th and final set here. It's going to be pretty interesting. A lot of the Pleasant Grove players are just standing around. They're not exactly huddled yet. Same with Lone Peak. They're kind of being a little relaxed about this at the moment. Pretty interesting. Not at what you'd expect to see last set of apparently a rivalry game.
You know what? I actually would expect that because they need to take a minute and just relax, because if they play uptight and personal, then they're actually going to play to not a very good ability. But if they play loose, they'll play very well.
You're right.
And as a team, if they play loose together and everyone's playing loose, then they're going to do just fine. But if there's that one person that's really uptight and scared about the game, they can't play to their best and full potential.
It's always a game of togetherness.
Good point.
You can't play as a single player. You have to play as a team. Here we have a little over a minute and a half until the 5th set gets underway. Ladies and gentlemen, 20 seconds on the dot until the 5th set begins. Here we have both teams. The Knights, you can see, are ready to go. A loud cheer. Vikings bringing it in.
We got Isaac Clark with a head in the way of the commentators.
Ollie Hatfield, there he is down on the court. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are set up for the 5th set. It is 2-2 here at Valhalla here at Pleasant Grove High School. The Lone Peak Knights playing Pleasant Grove Vikings. We have quite the rivalry game here. The Knights are out for blood. The Vikings are 9-0 this season. If they lose this game, they will have the same record as the Knights. Currently, the Knights are at 8-1. Their only loss was at home to this very Pleasant Grove team. We are having a great game so far. It's going to be tense. It's going to be back and forth. And most importantly, it's going to be awesome.
Very good point, Landon. Very good point.
Lone Peak starting with the first serve of the 5th set. Here we have number 13, Patrick Shoes.
Is that her new nickname, Patrick Shoes?
I would say Patrick Pants, but her pants aren't pink and yellow.
You're right, they're just black.
Exactly. Heather Hampson blocked and recovered by the Knights. That is the first time that has happened, second time. Heather Hampson, Brighton Bishop, barely recovered by the Knights. Lauren Jardine with an easy hit to the Vikings.
Heather Hampson.
And a spike to Heather Hampson. Point to the Vikings. It was tipped by a Knight.
It looks like the Vikings have come out just to finish this game right here, right now.
They are.
By the looks of that first set.
Lauren Jardine with an easy hit over the net. A set outside. Oh, and a great hit from Mia Peterson.
Making this first two serves 2-0 for the Pleasant Grove Vikings.
This is the first time Russ has gotten a point before me on the Vikings, you guys. He's coming to the right side.
You know what's so hard is that the away points are closer to me than the home points, so it's easier for you to get the home points.
You're right. Oh, it's a dink over the net from Lone Peak. A set from Abby Miller. Brighton Bishop from the back row. Short serve down on Viking side.
Number 3 from the Knights is serving. Mia Peterson with the hit, but it is blocked by Lone Peak. Point Lone Peak. That is another point to Lone Peak, making this score 2-3. Sorry guys, Landon is out for just 1 minute. And with me right now I have Michael. Michael, say hi.
Hi.
Now, me and Michael, we don't play volleyball much, so we have no clue what's going on. Mia Peterson with the bump. Spike. Mia Peterson with the hit. Blocked by Lone Peak. Set up to Lauren Jardine. Blocked. Chloe Britton with the save. Mia Peterson.
Ooh, and a good save.
Point PG after all of that, making this 3-3. That was one heck of a rally by the two teams here.
Honestly, I think this is going to be a really close game.
This is going to be one of the closest games I have ever seen. Number 25 with the set. Over to Lone Peak. Set up to Lauren Jardine. Blocked!
Ooh.
The refs have no clue. We shall see. It looks like it's point PG. Or no, sorry. Point Lone Peak. Lone Peak with the serve. Up to Mia Peterson again. Lauren with the set. Over to Lauren Jardine. Good save. Chloe Britton with the set. Up to Mia. Another save by Lone Peak. Number 2 with the hit. Lauren with it. Blocked. Mia with the ball.
And it's still going.
Over to Lone Peak. Back over to PG. And PG with the great rally. Miss Burgess with the point for PG, making this 4-4. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that's the student section getting at it right now. Mia with the serve, over to Lone Peak. Number 5 with the set, up to number 16, blocked. Great job by Lone Peak, making that 4-5, Lone Peak. Back, Landon.
Thank you, Russell. I am back. Just quick water and potty break.
Always. 5th set in and haven't moved yet, so time to go.
Alrighty, great dig by Brighton Bishop. We have Abby Miller with the set.
Mia Peterson
with a great kill right there.
Making it 5-5. Mia with the serve. Serves over. Over to Lone Peak.
It's a bit of a sloppy pass. It's up to the net. Tipped by a Viking out of bounds.
Making this game 5-6, Lone Peak.
This is going to be interesting, ladies and gentlemen. It is back and forth.
Mia getting subbed out for Avery Fowler, number 1. Lone Peak with the ball, their serve. Number 2 on the serve, up and over. Over to Chloe Britton.
Abby Miller with the set. Brighton Bishop with the hit. The block. The return hit.
Great job
and
by
it's in. Brighton Bishop.
Brighton Bishop. I'm sorry, I forget the name. Making this game 6-6.
Ladies and gentlemen, by the looks of it, it's going to be a long game.
You know what, though, Landon? This is for all the marbles of the game. This is two total sets to each team. So this is anybody's game by the looks of it.
Oh, absolutely, Russell. You're completely right. And by how both sides are playing, there is tenacity, there's intensity, and there's hustle.
Great block by PG there. Good try by Avery, but just could not quite get there. Making this game 6-7.
Ooh. Here we go, serve from Lone Peak.
Number 16 on the serve, up and over. Over to Avery.
Chloe Britton hitting it up to Brighton Bishop. Easy hit over back row to the Knights. The set is short.
Good job by Chloe there.
It's up on the net, and it's a cherry pick for the Knights.
Just couldn't quite get there.
They cannot let that get in their heads right there. I can see it happening. They're getting down. They're seeing that they're pulling only 2 points away, which disappears in an instant in volleyball, but feels like forever.
Avery Fowler with the hit. Up to
Abby Miller. Brighton Bishop, and it's blocked into the Viking territory by the Knights.
making this game 6-9. Lone Peak.
Vikings are taking a timeout here. Here we have a minute left in play. Russell, this is a very serious question, and I cannot get mad at you for either answer. Who do you think's taking it tonight?
You know, I want to say PG with all my heart, and that's actually what I'm going to say because our PG girls have been put in situations worse than this, and they've come back and dug themselves out.
Exactly.
So I'm hoping and praying that they have the tenacity and the fire and the desire to dig themselves out of this pit and come back and win this game. They're only down by 3, which in volleyball goes away no faster than a blink of an eye. So we shall see.
Here we go. Vikings first back on.
Lone Peak with the serve, number 16.
Here we have the student section getting real loud if you can hear them, ladies and gentlemen.
Number 16 with the serve. Over to Avery.
Abby Miller. Straight to Tanaka. It's a bump, and a hit.
Good stop by Heather Hansen.
Set up.
Over to Brighton
Bishop.
Yeah, Brighton Bishop.
Just barely out of bounds on that hit. Oh, and it's an out-of-bounds serve. The Vikings have caught a break.
I'm interested to see what the Vikings are going to do with this break. Although, we now have number 11, Chloe Bishop back in the game.
Chloe Bishop has had some great serves here, ladies and gentlemen.
Chloe Bishop serves.
Almost all of her serves have led to points on the Vikings end.
Good serve, good serve.
Down and low, back row. Wow, what a hit from number 9 by Lone Peak. That will make it 7-11 for the Knights.
If PG wants to dig themselves out of this right now, they got to get their head in the game.
They need this ball back bad. They need this.
Served by number 13. Over to Avery.
Chloe Brinton, a little bit of a...
Heather Hansen with the play.
What a girl.
Making this game 8-11, Lone Peak.
One of my favorite matchups here that you see is when you have Heather Hansen and Lauren Jardine on the court. Two of the star hitters from each team, both great blockers. Both coaches very much want this win, and they're going to play these players as much as they can.
Heather Hansen with the...
Speaking of Heather Hansen, what a great point.
Making this game 9-11, Lone Peak. Number 14 on the serve for PG.
Brighton Bishop. Oh, a low and short serve.
Over to Lauren Jardine.
Taking a whack.
Point, Lone Peak.
There's that infamous hit right there. Even if they block it, it goes out of bounds right off of the block.
Lauren's just got such long arms. It's got the momentum going by the time it hits that ball.
And Lauren's life is eat, sleep, drink volleyball.
Very good point. Very good point.
Oh, look at that dig from Lauren Jardine. That very much should have been a kill, and on any other player, it would have. Mia Peterson taking another hit. Oh, and a point to the Vikings.
Point PG, baby. Back in it, 10-12. We have a new player on the court. 25's been out here before. My bad. I just forget her name. 25 on the serve. Up and over to Lone Peak. Set up to Lauren Jardine with the hit.
And a kill! You could hear that smack, Russell. That was the smack of a hand on a face.
Very good point. This game is now 10-13, Lone Peak.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 points to go for Lone Peak to win this.
Lone Peak wants this so bad. I want to see if PG will come back. Let's go, PG. Up to Mia.
Brighton Bishop. Oh, a hit that's barely out of bounds.
That was Mia Peterson.
Mia Peterson, my mistake. The Vikings have a timeout on the possibly final point of the game here. They have a minute to pick it back up and get 6 points on the board.
6 points is a very hard thing to do.
Indeed.
If they can get 5, they can make it so Lone Peak has to win by 2.
Exactly. Right now, all they need are 5 points.
Actually, they only need 4 points right here, right now.
Yeah.
They need 4 points in a row to make it so they can continue on.
Here's Lone Peak with the serve.
Now, I don't know about you, Landon, but I have all the faith in our girls right here, right now, that they're going to do everything in their power to win this game. We also have the student section on our side here, making it a very, very hard to hear your teammates.
Yes, indeed. Here we have a set up to Mia Peterson. Point to the Vikings!
Making this game 11-14.
My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting a little overzealous, but I'm just competitive.
This is our PG Viking girls against the Lone Peak Knights. No wonder we are getting so competitive about this. We're not even playing.
What a great serve. Back corner, low to the ground, Lauren Jardine.
Great job by number 14. Up to Mia.
Bishop. Mia Peterson
with the point for PG. 12-14, Lone Peak. Timeout, Lone Peak.
Russell, either way, I know that this game could have gone either way.
You're very right, sir. You are very right.
It will be a crushing loss to the team that does not win, but they cannot hang their heads because they have played a great game. Lone Peak and Pleasant Grove have kept each other at bay, 2 sets alternating.
Very good point. Very good point.
And here in the final set, this is what happens when an irresistible force meets an immovable object. Shout out to Mr. Clark, one of the greatest physics teachers of all time.
If you can't hear, ladies and gentlemen, that is our student section getting riled up for this next few points.
Abby Miller here, getting the serve over. Most important thing right now is just get this serve over the net and inbounds.
Good job.
That was... Oh! The Lone Peak Knights with no communication there. Lone Peak is in their head. The Vikings have gotten in the helmet. If you did not see that, ladies and gentlemen, we had 3 Knights watch the ball go down.
With the serve.
The ball's over.
Oh, it's out of bounds! That is 14 to 14. This game is all tied up, folks. This is anybody's game right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have just tuned in, we are here 2 sets apiece at 14 to 14 in the 5th set. It's over the net, back row.
Over
it's set. A little bit of a sloppy set. Easy hit for the Vikings if they can capitalize here.
Mia Peterson.
That's a good block and recovery by Lone Peak.
Over to number 16 on the Lone
Peak. A bit of a difficult hit. Oh no! And the Vikings have it! They have gotten it back over! And it's the Vikings point! Oh, Lone Peak point, it's out of bounds. I spoke too soon.
Lone Peak needs 1 more point to win. Can our girls get back in this game right here, right now with a comeback? Lone Peak on the serve, number 25. Up and over. Over to number 14.
Abby Miller with a set to
Mia Peterson.
A great hit down in the center.
Point PG, that is 15 to 15.
Down on Lone Peak side. Ladies and gentlemen.
We are back in this game, ladies and gents. Back in this game. Mia Peterson with the serve.
My name is Landon Van Overbeek, and I am in awe of this game. It is 2 to 2 on sets, 15 to 15 in the 5th set.
Up to number 9. And it's blocked by PG. That is a point for Pleasant Grove. It is now 16 to 15, folks. Mia Peterson with the serve. Actually, Lone Peak has taken a timeout. They're trying to ice Mia Peterson here.
Oh boy, we saw on that timeout, Heather Hansen came out yelling and bouncing. She is excited. Lone Peak, you can see the intensity on their faces.
Just listen to that student section, Landon. Just listen. That is the true fact that our students care about this team more than anything else right now.
Absolutely. We are the Vikings, and we're here to be prouder. If you can't hear us, you better shout a little louder.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, if Mia Peterson aces this last point, we win.
Mia Peterson with the serve, up and over. Now it's
over. Serves over the net. Oh, that was out of bounds, but it's played. It would have been out of bounds if it was left alone. Abby Miller up to Brighton Bishop. Oh, a hit into the air. A great save from the Knights.
Up to number 9. Mia Peterson with the stop.
Brighton Bishop up for the hit. Down on Vikings side.
Making this game back to 16-16.
We're at 16s, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if I can stand any more suspense.
Mia Peterson getting subbed out for Avery Fowler. We will see how this gameplay moves.
Here we have number 2 for the Knights serving. It's
up
over.
To Avery.
It's inbounds.
Number 15 over to Brighton Bishop.
Oh, it's a dink. Barely recovered by the Knights.
Up to number 9.
A nice
Avery.
A well-aimed hit.
Over to
Brighton Bishop.
Brighton Bishop again.
Oh, it's blocked down on Vikings side. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are.
It is up by 1 point, 16-17.
This is game point. This isn't set point. This is game point. If the Knights get this.
Number 2 on the serve.
It's out of bounds!
17-17. Back in it, baby.
Russell, there is so much pressure right now. This is double overtime.
We have Chloe Britton with the serve.
Chloe Britton with the serve here. Ladies and gentlemen, she has not missed a single serve tonight.
Up and over.
And it's right to the back row. Perfect placement.
Avery's got it.
And a recovery.
Oh! Oh, just could not quite get there.
That sneaky set not working out too well for Abby Miller.
It's okay. We're still in this game.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have our star lineup. Heather Hampson, Amy Miller. We have Chloe Britton, Avery Fowler, and
Up to Heather.
Oh, can the Knights recover? Oh, it's back into their court. It's back on Viking side. Heather has the bump. Amy with the Tanaka with the hit. A block and recovery by the Vikings, or by the Knights. The Knights are
block and recovery
scrambling
yet
here.
again.
Oh! And that is game to Lone Peak, 19-17. Ladies and gentlemen, we have seen a terrific game played here tonight by Lone Peak and Pleasant Grove. It has been back and forth on sets. One set to Lone Peak, 2 sets in a row, or 1 set to Pleasant Grove, 2 in a row to Lone Peak, and another to Pleasant Grove. And this final set was won fair and square by the Knights.
You know what, Landon? I think that our girls have nothing to worry about. They need to hold their heads high. They played with everything they had up until that very last moment.
They absolutely did, Russell.
They did everything in their power to win this game.
Here we are. Vikings, it is a bit of a crushing defeat to lose that close, that long into a game. But as you said, they have nothing to hang their head for.
And as you can hear, our student section is now getting right into the school song. I don't know if you guys can actually hear that or not, but
not terrifically well. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to your Pleasant Grove Sports Network. My name is Landon Van Overbeek.
And my name is Russell Hughes.
We thank you for tuning in, and to our casting crew, Braden Hatch and Oliver Hatfield. We have seen tonight a great game between the Pleasant Grove Vikings and the Lone Peak Knights. They are now both
9-1.
Or 9-1, you are correct. This is going to be a great state playoff season, you guys.
I'm excited. Our 2 teams are now tied for first place.
First place in
They are
all
tied
of
for
state.
first place in state, which is very hard to do. So we shall see how they go on.
And Russell, I think I'm ready for the text from Lauren Jardine. I think I'm ready.
Good point.
Oh,
Very good
Matthew
point.
Smith coming by. Caden Llewellyn as well.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will sadly have to bid you farewell. My name is Landon Van Overbeek.
And I'm Russell Hughes signing off. See you guys later.